All right, my people. This is your boy Steve Usu there. Someone can call me Kendrick Papa, Mr. Dissector, the spirit man and the fun founder, and we are going to vibe all day, all night. So I want to welcome you to the music dissection show. We are going to dissect a song this time around. It's been long, you saw this, but we are starting with my friend, a brother from another mother. Today, I'm seated with my brother from another mother. He has a name that is controversial already, but the grace of God is the leading factor. He's the one leading that brand. TMC Music. Bro, what's up?
You know what you
What I talk, it live it true.
You know what you pass you. I did inside, bro.
It is inside.
By God's grace.
Now that you're celebrating, come on.
Oh, really?
That's a song day everywhere.
We thank God.
Okay. So when I was, I think, introducing the song to my people, I have a show called Nawatiana.
Okay.
So when a new song comes, I introduce to my followers for them to go and check it out to their playlist. So the title was Nkwa.
Nkwa.
Yeah,
depending on where you're coming from.
Okay, so from where I'm coming from, the Nkwa. Okay, so the song is Nkwa.
Yeah, Nkwa.
That's life.
Life, right.
Nkwa, life. Okay, so I said you did American things with Ife Grace. So why Ife Grace?
First of all, she's someone I look up to.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she's a very great minister of God, and she has actually been a big impact on my life ever since from campus times, getting university, you know.
Okay.
And aside that, when I shifted to the production side, number one, the key I chose was high.
Okay.
As far as, let's say,
D, right?
I think an E flat or so, or D, one of them. I think either a D or E flat.
Yes.
I don't even remember.
I tried to this D.
It's D, okay. So, looking at the texture, I was trying to look out for the song. Obviously, if I were to use a male singer, the male singer should also be able to produce a very smooth tone and smooth voice, you know. But I just feel like, I think Efe will do a great job on that one. Yes,
Okay.
I think it came out exactly how I wanted it to come out. So, yeah.
Because when you released the song, I saw that people were complaining about it. I'll call you crowd. But I was not surprised though.
Right.
The key, I was not surprised because
Right.
You are a dynamic singer.
Right.
So you expect you to be doing this kind of keys. And so
Right.
for me, I was okay.
Right. Right.
Okay, so Nkwa is already out.
Right.
How many views on YouTube now?
I think close to 30K.
30K.
Yes.
Wow, for a month.
No, it's not even a month. I think 2 weeks. It's now getting to 3 weeks now.
Oh, hey, Charlie.
How you doing?
Hey, big boy, yo. Because some people 3 months after on I'm 20. Hey, let me use you. Oh, but it's true. Like looking at the industry we are coming from.
Right.
You don't normally get, especially when it's your first song.
Right. That's true though.
So
that's
first song to
true.
get that numbers within 2 weeks. We are, but maybe by the close of the third month,
Right.
we are looking to about maybe 200K.
Right.
If
Amen.
God, everything works like that. So I think congratulations to that.
Thank you.
So now today I want us to enter into the song.
Okay, sure.
Let's enter into the song. And
I don't know why you gave me a red seat, but I feel like it's a hot seat already.
No.
Let's see how it goes.
The song is clean. The song is clean. So we want to enter into the song so people really understand the song.
Right.
We explain certain things. You use typical tree language.
Key languages, right?
Yeah, so maybe obras or chi. Somebody doesn't understand obras or chi. Prana, for instance, are like, what is prana?
Right.
Or is it because lack of words you chose that so that people can really understand the song? And when we understand the song, it makes meaning
Right.
to the listener. They get it.
Okay.
So that's why we are here. Then some of the bridges you did. I want to know which one is the verse, which one is the chorus,
Right.
which one is the bridge, so that listeners will enjoy the song more. Hope you are cool.
I'm good.
So you ready?
I'm ready.
Can we start playing?
Shishiishi.
Okay, so before we do that, let us know the hands.
Okay.
The producer, the keyboardist, the band.
Okay.
Then we can do the BVs, right?
Okay, so let me start with the songwriter. I didn't write this song alone by myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wrote it with a friend. He actually wrote it. He's called Joshua Nkwa.
Okay.
He's a low-key but very good prolific songwriter. So Joshua and then myself. And when it comes to the
You see, when I hear that somebody writing the song, gospel artists will be like, yeah, I didn't write it alone, I did it with Joshua. And what did Joshua write? And what did you write?
Okay, so Joshua wrote the Obra Soche Aprana album, and then I added the coda, the Shenia Wire, one Dana say, oh, Nana, I refuse Nipa home, you know. So we just brought it together, and then it came out as a beautiful piece.
Wow.
And the hands, the producer was actually Kwabite by Productions. Yes, he's a, I don't even know how to describe him, but I'm sure you are watching this. God bless you so much, sir. You are an amazing producer. Like, his brains are serious.
I've seen some of his work.
Yeah. His works are just amazing, and all his works I've seen are speaking for themselves. You know, so he has this kind of signature that immediately you hear the song, you know that this is a by production song. And what actually amazes me the most is that we couldn't even meet much to actually work on the songs. You know, because of time, restraint. I think we rehearsed like 3 times or so. I don't really remember yet. But how he was able to come up with beautiful melodies, beautiful instrumentations and everything, it just blows my mind every time. You know, so the drama, I call him Dave Jazzy.
So you brought the instrumentalists together?
No, okay. So let me even start from here. So it was Pastor Naya Wachi. I call him Pastor Naya Wachi. Emoji, yes. Yeah, Emoji was the one who actually brought Pabite to board, and then Pabite came to me and he asked me which people I would like to play with. So he mentioned Dave Jazzy. I was like, oh, Dave Jazzy, like, you've been bros from like, childhood. So I mean, I'm okay for him. And then Jason Elliott, I was like, spot on. And Segu Jr., my boy, so I added him to it. And then who again? Isaac Obri was also on the keys. Sax, Joshua was on sax. Yes. Guitar was Jesse Boati. We normally call him J Squid, Team Eternity. Yeah, so these people came together. I was like, yo, I think I like this selection. They're actually people that I can work with, and I've worked with them before.
He proposed the names to you.
Yes, he proposed the names to me, and coincidentally, there are people that I would love to work with. So it wasn't really, I was like, oh, no, I'm okay with them. Like, yes, and they came together, and the chemistry and the synergy was
great.
It was great, like so crazy.
I love the song already.
So crazy, yeah. Wow. So. Academy Babies.
Yeah.
Right. Sopranos. I have my ever able choreography leader, Sarah. We normally call her Tasha. Yeah, Sarah Blay. Tasha. She. When you watch the video, you realize that there was one lady who was trying to, direct them to dance. Yeah, that's Sarah Blay. Like, she's amazing. Like,
I know, I've met her on some other platforms.
Right. She's just amazing and very selfless. Yeah. Tish Overflow, my second and able soprano part leader. Letitia will just blow your mind. Abna from Emoji's team. I don't know. She's called Abna. She's
slim, lady.
Right. And then Alvina, Reverend Ife. I mean, the worship leader for Action Chapel International. Right. Yeah, her daughter. She's amazing.
Oh, really? Yes. I know the woman, but I don't know.
That's her daughter. You should hear her sing. She's she's out of this world. Like, seriously. People do. I tell you. People do, seriously.
To go when your lamplight yesterday.
Right. Exactly. She's amazing. So Sarah Blay, Tish, Letitia, Abna, and then Alvina. So 4 strong sopranos. And then when you move to the alto, we have Nak, she's also in Emoji's team. Yes. And then there's one lady, like low key, but she's amazing. She's called Ivy. Yes, Ivy is just an amazing singer. Snow, Sandrine, actually, she's normally known as Snow. But when you go to IG, she does a lot of these covers, and she's great. And then Wilhelmina, she's also my childhood friend way back from Obuasi. She's doing amazing here. I think she's with ICGC now at Nkwa. Yeah, she's their worship leader. Then Tenor Manny Michaels, way back from, we knew each other from Overflow, and we've kept that kind of relationship till now. Eddie, he's also in Perez Music. Yeah, he sings with Perez Music as well. One upcoming guy is also called Abel. He's in Legon. Yes, but he's with Royal House Chapel. And one other guy that I discovered is called Theophilus Benson. Yeah, and I decided to use people who are not really in the limelight for my personal reasons.
But you get stars for your limelight.
Wow.
Your BVs, Sarah Blay.
Apart from Sarah and Tish are the two people that definitely out of use.
That lady from Emoji.
And Emoji. Okay,
Other auto lady.
Alvina. Which auto lady again?
From Emoji's team.
Yes, Nakino. Nakino is actually, she just joined Emoji's team recently.
This for are celebrating. Manny Michaels
is not out there. Manny Michaels is a low class
singer. No. In the name of BVs.
In the name of BVs. Manny Michaels is not even. Manny Michaels doesn't like doing BVs. So. No, he's not shabu type. He's not shabu type at all. Like, yeah. So I decided to choose. Most of the time when you go for programs, Sarah is she's my G. So I'll definitely have to. Sarah, Tish, those two people definitely. There's some people who have been friends with me all this while. But aside that, if I were to select any other people, probably people would have asked, why didn't I go for this person? Why did I go for that person? But I felt like because I'm trying to build something for myself, I would want to start with people who are not really out there in quotes, so that we can work together. And when the family is bonded, everywhere you go, they would love to go with you than go to use maybe people who are already there, and then sometimes you'll be having problems and all of that. So okay. Yeah,
so now we know your BV. So are they going to be the permanent BV for the rest of the years, or you're going to change because of new sound?
Hey, right now, who's the new sound? Who are you talking about?
I know that it will get to a time that you want to go international. You tell us that you want new sound, so you're going to change your team.
Personally, I believe in working together to build something. But if it gets to the state where we all come to that agreement that we are all trying to build this rock, but it looks like my strength is not really building it, then we all come to that concrete understanding. Then we all try to part ways. That's fine. But for me, as it stands now, I'm not thinking of changing team. I believe in them. Yes.
God bless you. So we can move on.
It
now.
was such. Okay, let's continue.
That's a normal question. That's a normal question. Because haven't you heard that in this industry?
No, please, I've not heard it before.
Okay, me the matter. Okay, so you ready? My people, we are about to dissect Nkwa.
Right.
The first single of TMC. Okay, so now the TMC name is working for you.
Right.
Because we have TM Music, we have TMC Cube.
Yeah.
So I think last time you met another guy.
Yes, I met another guy who actually approached me. It's like he's been trying to get my attention all this while, and he actually came to. I went for the program, and he heard that I became for the program, so he had to wear. They have a T-shirt. I think it's TMC Music, but his spelling is MUSIK. So he had to wear that shirt inside his long sleeve shirt just to come and show it to him that, hey, bro, I also have that name, but I'm going to change it because now it looks like the TMC Music is like, out there now, and it will fight competition and stuff like that. So he came like he's been he says he's been trying to catch my attention all this while and all of that, So long and short of the matter is that like I've been a blessing, blah blah blah. He's going to change his brand name to TMJ. Okay. I think I asked him what the TMC meant, and he was like the messengers of Christ. I think something like that. Yeah. So now he's going to change it. So officially, I think it's TMC Music.
It's our wafa.
Yeah, very there.
So everybody coming with the name TM, I beg change it. Now, obey repeated right. Okay, so let's enter into the song Nkwa featuring Efe Grace, one of my favorites in the industry. Yes, but if you are waiting for that song, okay. So you ready? I'm also ready. Let's go.
Let's go.
I beg that guy. What night they do for them?
The guy. We guy.
Now they paint.
Oh, okay. So in the production, okay, there was one of the songs where we wanted to portray a certain concept. So he was in the drawings for that. Yeah. So I think at that point in time, the camera captured him. Yeah. But he was actually supposed to do a drawing for, I think, Ella Leon. There was a song I did with Reverend Ife. Okay. Yeah. So in the middle of the song, he was going to bring the drawing. Then we get the whole picture. It was more like a conceptual something that we were doing. Okay. Yeah.
Because when I saw, I was like, okay, Nkwa.
He was painting Obrasachi.
Right, so Obra Asochi, Aprana
Ribubom. Yes.
What was it?
So Obrasachi simply means storms of life.
Storms of life.
Yes, Obrasachi, and sometimes there's something called the metaphor or simile. When you're able to, analytically compare something to something that you can all relate to, it makes a lot of sense. Because when you go to the seashore and you see the way the tides and the waves are blowing and stuff, you realize that this is very heavy. And literally we are in, and let me not sound political before people take on me. So literally we're in a season where things are hard. Both financially, psychologically, socially, spiritually, everything else. So you realize that they are literally like waves and tides that are hitting, they are hitting you left, right, center, storms of life. Prana, they say lightning, they say thunder, so all these things are hitting, and it's like,
so then the thing behave you.
Yeah, it's very heavy. Storms of life.
Plus the
tender, everything. I told you. So it's like it begins to press you down, and you are so depressed. Sometimes people are going through depression. The reason people are committing suicides lately and all of that is
like killing their girlfriends.
Exactly. Now it's become more like, I think it's nice. It's like a game. Try it and see. Let me see if you can kill your girlfriend. Let me see if you can kill your boyfriend. Seriously, it's been back to back. Sure. So you realize that this dispensation is actually a very tough one. Like, all jokes aside, from all angles, is a very tough one. Yes, and if you don't have your hope in Christ and your faith in Christ really anchored and strengthened well, sometimes you may even forget that there's a God.
Let's continue. Sure. There's that part. This is a start for me. Okay, so you know that line, the Eya Kaise was important to me than everybody.
Right.
The Eya Kaise.
Yeah.
It's like calling up
remembrance.
Yes. Eya Kaise. Because a lot of people normally forget. Sometimes me.
Yes.
When everybody is gone and I'm alone, I was like, Charlie, look at the head there.
I know, right? I recently, even though, the fact that I sang the song doesn't mean I can't relate to it. Recently, I even asked the driver, I said, Namikra, why was I born? If I was like, so if I wasn't born, nobody would have known me. Like, I wouldn't even come to this world and come and suffer. So sometimes I even ask myself those questions.
Come and tell me being my accountant.
Right. Right.
So when that thinking or that thoughts comes to you, remember.
Right.
Then begin to
right.
Then
right.
Break it down for us.
I think I've already said. So remember that number one, he has saved you. He has bought you with his blood. And he did not just end there. He has actually given you salvation. Salvation in fullness. And the word salvation actually also means deliverance. It means safety. It means peace. It means joy. So, in fact, for us, the Bible says that we, the Christians, now I'm coming specifically to Christians, it says that our life is hidden in Christ Jesus. And if your life is hidden in Christ Jesus, what again do you have to fear? So, when Peter, I know I'm beginning to sound a little bit pious right now, but when Peter saw Jesus and Jesus was walking on the water, and he was like, Jesus, if it is you, or he said, Lord, if it is you, command me to come. And then he started following Jesus. He started walking on the sea. Now, at a point, he sank. and then he called in that Jesus saved me, and he saved him. The reason he was able to walk on the sea at that point in time was because he was good. The focus was on Jesus. The focus was on the word that come. Do you understand? So I believe that the moment he started sinking was the moment where he lost himself and started focusing on himself. Started focusing on the
situation
where he was and everything. And started sinking until he came back to realization that it wasn't he who was walking, it was the word that he was standing on, which was bringing him the hope to walk on it. So sometimes that's what happens. Storms of life can actually hit you so hard such that you even forget yourself. Literally, it happens. So sometimes for me, it's a deliberate effort that every time you bring to remembrance that Christ came and he came to give you peace. He didn't just come and save you. Paul says that, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper, even as your soul prospers. So your well-being is really, really important to God, and it has to stick. No matter what you're going through, it always has to stick that, no, Jesus is there for you.
Clap for him. Samson, you clap. Samson, now do you understand the song? Samson, what you say? What you say? So like if Samson understands the song, then everybody should understand.
Oh, yeah.
Because on the bubuske kwa. So if you understand the song, see, some people write songs and they themselves don't understand what they've written. So this thing that we are doing here, people might think that, oh, this guy is controversial, but we want people to understand what is music. Music is nothing if there's no lyric,
right?
Especially gospel music,
right?
Because boom boom get baby, but this time around boom with the meaning,
right? Sure. And I chose that group for a reason. So for me personally, any song that comes out or any melody that comes out, there's a certain how do I put it, groove that sinks in my spirit. So when the song came out, I went to Mr. Bites, of course, and we started bringing up the arrangements and everything, and he placed this tempo. I'm like, okay, I'm hearing it this way rather. Like there's a certain sound that I feel like, the song is groovy. You understand?
So will you call it Afrobeat or what?
Yeah, it's an Afrobeat. Okay. Yes. The song is groovy, and even with Afrobeats, we have tempos. Sure. I could have chosen to, increase the tempo, but at the point I was like, no, I want it to be that kind of tempo where it's like you are tapping your feet to it, and then the lyrics are also moving. And the reason I chose If was because I needed a sweet voice that would help the song to enter into your spirit. So it's like everything is syncing with the sweet voice, with the instrumentations and everything, and you can't help it than to listen to the end.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's enjoy the song. I like this. Sing along.
That's my brother.
Okay, so is this Nkwa? Are you calling it Nkwa? Yes, it makes sense. Let's enjoy the song. Was this years?
No, it wasn't. Okay, so it wasn't. Now let me tell you what happened before you say why didn't you rehearse. So at that point in time, like I said, I think we had like just 3 rehearsals. It was supposed to be 4, but the last one was a Friday, I remember, and it rained, so we couldn't really rehearse. And then the only person we could rehearse with was Minister MOG. Apart from Minister MOG, we couldn't rehearse with any other person on the flyer because of time constraints. So I was like, okay. So I did a recording of the song and then I sent it to Ife. And I was like, sis, okay, this is the song I want you to do. But I really wish we could come together and rehearse, because at the point, you see that I refuse Nippon and stuff like that. Anytime I listen to the song, I was inspired to add some lyrics to it. And I felt like these ad-libs, if I duetted it with the care, it's even going to make the song heavier. But because of time, we couldn't do all those ones. So the only part that I could do with her was the I refuse Nippon, because that one is very easier for you to remember. But if I keep adding more, since you've not rehearsed, maybe you may be on stage and you forget. Actually, because you were not there, or because you're not the singer or the producer of the song or whatever, you may not know that even she missed some parts in the song, you know, unless I tell you.
Right.
Yeah. So at a point, in fact, the beginning, the duet, at a point she stopped singing and then she was dancing like...
I can only identify that part because she went silent.
Right,
for
right, and then she came back to dance as though like it was planned and stuff. Yeah, that's she's a pro. Yeah, so I think we couldn't rehearse the song, so I just sent the song to her. So the only time I saw her was when she came for the program.
Wow.
So at a point in time, I think the camera guys also did what they took off that scene. At a point in time when she was singing, she was actually supposed to come in with the air kai, but she forgot, and then she signaled me like this. So that was when I came there, hey, like to alert her, say, okay, I'm coming to take over, don't worry. So I wasn't even supposed to do that it wasn't supposed to be there. But communication wise, the chemistry, we have to communicate quickly before the song, you know, goes ajar. Yeah, so we didn't rehearse the song actually. We couldn't rehearse it.
Okay, so so you see that we watch the things,
right?
So because when I get a song that I'm supposed to talk about or introduce to the people, I take my time and listen to the song and watch everything. When this person danced, when somebody flashed away. So when we are criticizing, we criticize everything. But sometimes I saw that most of the time the videos are not the thing. It's the message. Yeah. Somebody will just have to listen to the message. Unless it's a music video you intentionally shoot for the project. So I think it's good to go. Right. Solid. Who decided to put this thing here?
I did.
At this point, Paya will say, it was placed where it will be highlighted.
Right.
It makes sense. I love it. I love it.
It's been so good to
Since do you think it could be better if you increase the tempo?
Well, since we're playing on the loop, okay, I'm sure it would have been a little bit, even though we could have increased it along the line, but probably maybe we should have rehearsed it. But I didn't try that. I still prefer the way it was, you know. Yeah, if we had increased it, probably maybe the whole vibe would have changed.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have changed. That's what I'm saying. Like, because at the point, I actually thought about it too when we were rehearsing. At the point, I think I remember even asking Mr. Bites, hey, Charlie, you'd be like, the song, if as it's getting to the end, is a little bit slow for me and stuff, you know. Maybe if you increase it, the groove will actually become heavier or something like that. But it was like, it's fine. I was like, okay. I trust his judgment so much, so I just have to keep it that way.
But if you cry, I'm confused.
You have to leave the stage with a signature.
One more pressure. Okay, so let me ask you this question. What, after seeing or after even releasing the song, watching the video yourself as, let's say, a consumer, after you release the song, sometimes you watch as a consumer yourself, listening to the song and watching the video, what do you think you wished you have done on stage?
Maybe my dance, honestly, and then also I think where the instrumentalists were, and then I wish that we had not chosen the black. Yes, because at a point in time, even though the drummer was showing, the bassist was showing and everything, I wish that if they were wearing a different uniform, maybe something brighter, would have actually showed them more. You know,
like a white,
like a white, or maybe something to match even what we were wearing or something like that. Yeah, but I think aside that, for me, what made me enjoy the song the most was the babies and how they were dancing. It's like the song is talking about life, and you could see life on the stage, like literally, you know, and how the congregation, everybody was into it as though they know the song long time ago, you know. So for me, watching it, I think the only part that I wish would have changed was that part in yes, I think from a layman's perspective. That's basically yeah.
Okay. Right. So I think I saw the same thing.
Yeah,
I didn't want to say before. I wanted you to highlight it, then we can address it. I think sometimes oversight.
Because we actually never thought, say, maybe the video will come out and it will be like that. You know, because for some time now,
not light before,
yeah, exactly. The light too couldn't really reach that side. I remember the light was actually a problem for us when we were about to start the program. We spoke about it. We were like, okay, we'll try and see how we can throw light to that side. But before we realized, the stage was too small, so we had to shift
light back.
Yeah, and these are some of the challenges that we faced.
Yeah, it makes sense for you to even highlight it yourself.
Yeah,
and also I saw that was somebody managing your stage?
Yes.
So the person didn't see that you were sweating.
Oh, with the sweat, they actually saw it. They saw it, and they brought me a face towel, you know. But at the point, I didn't even use it. I just did the face towel.
Because you did something in the video. You cleaned your sweat. Now the
people actually laugh at me on that. But you know, I felt like, aside everything, the how real the video was is also something that I really like. You know, Charlie had a sweat. You foresee had a sweat. I mean, production wise, you know, you have to take care of all these things. But at the sweat, at the point, I think I threw the face towel somewhere, and because it was my first concert, I was a little bit jittery on stage. Like,
I've been on stage several times.
Yo, it's different from this. So like, seeing the people and how plenty there were. Because honestly, I was thinking this way. It's my first program. So okay, yeah, my first program. Like, okay, my first program, like people come but not down. So it's like now what I was thinking, you see, sometimes the way you see yourself will determine how you're going to sing or how you're going to do some things. So now seeing the people and everything, now it was like, hey, change your mentality right now on stage. It's like on stage, I have to change so many
from
things.
BV to
exactly. So now, all those things. So I think it being my first concert was also another thing.
I should pardon you.
Yeah. So guys, please kindly pardon me on this one. I promise it's not going to happen again next time.
Right. It makes sense. It makes sense. So overall, it's a good song. It's a song that I would love to listen to. Some of us, Antonio Barry are critic.
Right.
I don't know if you understand.
I know, that's why I call Shishiishi.
We watch things from where people will not say. That's where you
right.
want to say. But overall, I think it's a good song. God bless you for coming up with it. And the most interesting part of this conversation is that you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
It's like theologically, you knew the message you wanted to say.
Yeah.
And so the things sat down with you as a preacher. If you're going to preach, you know what you're telling the people.
Right.
You have a fair share of it. So God bless you for giving us such a wonderful tune. And so I keep telling people that, see, this song, add to your playlist. What will you call this song? I'm putting you on the seat. Are you going to say it's a worship song? It's a praise song? Are you going to say a consecrational song, salvation song, or lamentational song?
It's not a lamentational song. It's not I would say in a way it's a praise song because it causes you to be grateful to God. It sends this voice of gratitude in your spirit. So it's a praise song. And any praise song in a way is a worship song. But the main focus was encouragement, edification.
Okay, so in the line of, I know where you're coming from.
Right.
So I call this song a salvational song.
Yeah, sorry, and I wanted to add that to it too. It's a salvational song, yes.
Yeah. So we do this thing so that I was for
right.
They will do the right things. So I don't give
that.
because you cannot call Jesus or Timomo a worship song and award it as a worship song.
Okay.
So
sure.
Sometimes this is that we do want to correct the things.
Okay.
So if TMC is speaking to the young artists coming, know what you are writing. Don't say I'm writing a worship song. Now maybe I could frame.
Okay.
I
get you.
So it's not as if to come against some people, but just that to set certain records straight. So I'll call this song a salvational song. That because where you are coming from, say Obrana Sochi Air Boom. So just remind yourself that you have salvation.
Right. That's right.
I said because somebody sharing their blood and giving you life, the salvational song. So it reminds us of Christ.
And I even want to add something else. When Daniel, Meshach, Shadrach, Abednego, when they all found themselves in the Nebuchadnezzar's kingdom, and they were forced to worship the idol, and then they said they would not. And even if they said they would not because they know that their God is going to save them, and even if their God doesn't save them, they're not going to bow to that idol. It actually hit me so much to the extent that he challenged me that why am I worshiping God? Am I worshiping God only because of what I'm going to get from him? Right. Or even if he does it or he doesn't do it, am I still going to see him as my God? And brings me back to it. When the storms of life begins to waver and all of that, and you begin to ask yourself all that, and now you have to remember that you have been saved. And that even in the fact that you have been saved should be enough for you. So yeah, I'm not saying that God is not going to do your heart desires for you, but even the mere fact that you have been saved should be something that you should carry so much. Like Job, he had all that he had, but eventually, God had to test him and all, and he still didn't bother himself because he knew that he had a great hope, which was Jesus Christ. So when you are facing all those things and God hasn't, met you at the point of your need, do you still recognize the salvation that you have? Do you still see? Because now, sorry, but personally, what I've realized is that now most of us, we go to church not because we love Jesus, but it's because we want something from him, So
some go because they have to go.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the other side that I wanted to add to my explanation earlier.
So it makes sense. Surprisingly, when we are ending this man, Brother D, another critic when it comes to gospel music,
right.
Because will I say is a teacher of the word.
Okay.
So Bible, no, the Bible quotations are telling him.
Right.
That day he just entered. Right. So, but I want to tell you that Charlie, the man is good. He knows his song. He knows his song. So this has been Music Dissect Show with me, Steve, the Shishiishi man, and today we dissected Nkwa by TMC featuring If Grace, the American things. But I want to admit that this song is a solid song. And we are going to keep playing it. So I'm telling everybody that go and look for Nkwa. It's on Boomplay, it's on iTunes, it's on Apple Music, it's on YouTube. Understand? And enjoy the song. Introduce the song to somebody. When you hear Bubushke, a secular song, they will send it to their friends. But when they receive a gospel song, they don't share it.
Mercy.
Martin Numbio, hey, David, I release it Numbio. Then I share. But when they receive a gospel song, they don't share it. On the penalty so share it to somebody.
Share the link.
Yes, share the link. Tell somebody that Nkwa is out there and it's a good jam. So this has been the Music Dissect Show on OSTVGH. Now we are 1.3K going. Understand?
Yeah.
And TMC was the first person I interviewed. Yes, and today he's here again. So I know that we are going to go to 5K. In the name of Jesus, pray. Amen. So please subscribe and follow TMC on TMC Music on all platforms, right?
Yeah, on all platforms.
TMC Music. I need they want to miss a sound wave. Yeah. TMC Music on all platforms. God bless you.
God bless you.
But before we go, you sing.
I should sing Nkwa.
Yes, Nkwa.
I should sing Nkwa. But we just played Nkwa.
No. Sing. They life.
Okay, so Obra Sochi Aprana Ribubum Obra Sochi Ribubum. Now we need a so sang. Now kire ribisao so brave obey. Oh, eya kaise waji wonkwa odini moja na chi wonkwa oma wonkwa je ya share nine waji wonkwa Ordini moja na chi wonkwa Oma wonkwa je ya share nine Tishani waye wone dana se Oh Shani waye wo frise Arrefi woni pauntino Eya Shani waye wone dana se Oh Shani waye wo Semi kai baby I'm afraid in pamper so I'm a dream Oh waya di mon preno kakere I feel woni pauntino Oh why oh the yeah
I got a cry. Okay, let's. You're out. All right.